Welcome back to another episode of FIFA 17 Everton Career Mode, and this episode is number 16. And as you guys know, we are heading towards the end of the season. Probably there will be two more episodes, including this one. And today we'll be covering four games. The first game we'll play against is Burnley. The second game is West Ham, Chelsea, and Swansea City. So currently we are at first with 73 points, and Arsenal is at second with 71 points. Of course, right now we have to stay, we have to stay focused, and also we have to keep our concentration level at a very high level because, of course, we really want to win a Premier League with Everton. For the first year, even though I expected for me is to get at least a Champions League place, which means top four. But surprisingly, it turns out this season has been pretty good for us. Well, if you guys see the table, we drew a lot of games, which is not that good. Hopefully, we'll score more. Well, offensively, we were a little bit struggling, but right here, Edison Cavani, our new acquisition from the January transfer window, he scored our first goal in the 19th minute. Look at here once again, Palacio, very good bit of play. Around four passes to Edison Cavani with his left foot, powerful left foot. Shoot right past Tom Heaton, the English goalkeeper, and that's the 8th goals for Edison Cavani. He has been pretty good for us, even though the first 5 games he didn't score a lot, but I think the past few games he has done sensational for us. Hopefully he will keep that form in next year, and I'll be definitely looking for a backup striker because Valencia is going back to West Ham for sure because he is currently on loan at Everton. But unfortunately, right here, he's a good through ball for the Burnley player and the great cross in the middle. But Janelka should have done a little bit better for marking whoever scored Goodmanson. That's how I call him. So that's his 5th goal. And here in the second half, here's Coleman cross one in the middle to Edison Cavani, and that hits the bar, and it turns out to be a corner kick, I think so. Idrissa Gueye take a long shot, but Tom Heaton is right there to make another save. Here's Ross Barkley, and he take a shot, but Tom Heaton makes another great save, and the follow-up shot by Castillejo is going to be a goal kick. So in the 64th minute, folks could not score. I think that's how the game ends. Well, not yet. So one last chance for Everton. Well, I was pretty close for conceding the last goal. I was kind of terrified when I was playing this game because down to the last minute, in the end, when you know that you couldn't score, all you have to do was to defend. But I was really lucky enough that Sergio Rico makes that fantastic save, or else we will be, our place will be a threat because, Arsenal is at second place, 2 points. We are 2 points ahead of them. So here's the final scoreline: 1-1. We have more possession and more shots, but turns out Tom Heaton has a pretty good game. So now we move on to West Ham, against West Ham in the new stadium that they built this year. So not much I can talk about West Ham United. All I know is the number 27 Payet, the French winger, he left. Well, so wait, let's move on. We'll talk about that later. But as you guys can see, currently we have the same points with Arsenal right now, 74 points. But of course, they have a game in hand, which means that if we drew this game or if we won this game, we will be at the top of the table again. But hopefully I want to play another draw game. Seems like I think drawing a game is a very common thing for me in this series. Hopefully I will win more games next year. I'll be probably signing a couple of strikers. But right here in the second minute, they score with a very pretty not a bad build up play. You can look at that once again. Antonio scores a very humiliating um, celebration, which Janaka should have done a little bit better, to be honest. He is a very experienced defender, but he slid that pretty early. If he stand up again, if he stood up against the player who crosses the ball, probably it will prevent that goal. But here's Tom Davis, right after the first goal, he responds with a good build-up play by Edison Cavani, and here is a violin celebration. Look at that once again, a 1-2. Well, there's a lot of space in the middle. Tom Davis runs there to make some space, and of course it pays out with the goal. Adrian has nowhere to save that, and that's the third goal for Tom Davies. Tom Davis, no matter how you pronounce them, but right here, that's a penalty for sure. I'm not sure it's a penalty, even though I said that for sure. Seems like a pretty harsh one in the 29th minute. Look at that once again. A fake shot. Yes, of course, he did not make contact with the ball at all. So it is going to be a penalty for us, and it's a very good chance to take the lead once again. So here's Leighton Baines, our penalty taker. So he is going to face against Adrian, but very bad located penalty. Adrian makes a very easy save to prevent that second goal. So here's Leighton Baines. Edison can find it in the middle, take a shot, but Adrian is right there to make a great save. So in the second half, here's Ayew. Crosses a pretty bad ball in the middle, but Mark Noble could not convert for the second goal. Here's Schneiderlin, came back from injury. Here is Gareth Barry, take a shot, and it bounces off right the keeper, back to him for the rebound. Of course, no poor defending by the West Ham defenders. Probably should have been marking him a little bit tighter. Look at that once again. Take a shot. 2 minutes goes down, and he picks up that rebound in a free goal. So that's the second goal. We are taking the 2-1 lead. And Gareth Barry, his last year, probably I will be using him a little bit more than McCarthy. And here is 84 minutes. A very great cross in the middle by the captain. By Lanzini, the cam central attacking midfielder. Look at that once again. Again, poor marking by Janelka. Should have done much better, but Antonio with a fantastic first one-touch finish, and that's the ninth goal for ninth goal for Antonio, and that's how the game would have ended. 2-2. Another frustrating game. 2 draws in a row, which I'm not very pleasant with that. Well, towards the end of the season, we're trying to make something up a little bit better, but unfortunately, maybe that day is not ours, and that's the final score in 2-2. Barry and Davies scores. And Antonio scores both of the goals for West Ham, and look at that shots and target ratio 3-3 for West Ham. And now we move on to Goodison Park, our home ground against Chelsea. So far this year in the first season, I think we beat them 3-0 or something like that. Seems like in FIFA they're pretty weak. They're a pretty weak team. So look at here once again, we are 1 point ahead of Arsenal. Well, now I don't really care about Chelsea anymore because they are, significantly. There's a huge difference between our team, the position, and also the third place Chelsea. So of course the team are going to stay as ordinary as powerful as possible towards the end of the season, with that FA Cup and EFL Cup. So there will be more stamina, more energy in the main players that will be using. So here's Chelsea lineup. They're playing a little bit 3 at the back, 3-2-3-4-3, which I really want to congratulate them with a fantastic season. So he's at the second 22nd minute. Courtois makes 2 consecutive saves. What a wonderful goalkeeping by him. So here's Leighton Baines. Crosses one in the middle. From the corner, and Warsparkin makes that 1-0. A very bad positioning, also bad timing by the Belgian goalkeeper Courtois. He should have done a little bit better, of course. Timed that right, and also poor defending as well. Of course, the Everton fans are delighted with that goal because that goal was pretty crucial against a top team. We're trying to make that difference of points a little bit bigger. So that's the ninth goals for Ross Barkley. But so far, if you guys realize that in the Premier League, we still couldn't find a player. We still couldn't find a player who can score 10 or more goals in the Premier League. Hopefully that will happen soon. But right here, it's a penalty for us. That's the second penalty in this series. The player is called Top Rec. Just come Top Rec. Probably a new acquisition for Chelsea defense. Of course, a very silly challenge. But anyway, Leighton Baines misses last one against West Ham. Of course, he redeemed himself with a great penalty. Courtois went the wrong way. He went to the left, and Leighton Baines goes to the right. A very powerful penalty. This time he will not miss that one out, because if he missed that one out, probably he won't be taking any of the set pieces for us once again. So here is Leighton Baines crosses one in the middle. Courtois punches that out, but the who try to take that long shot from the rebound, but Courtois makes another save. So of course currently Chelsea is a man down. We have to take that advantage, scoring more goals. He's Edison Cavani, dribbling past the 2 defenders. Fake shot in the middle to Balassi, but Courtois with another great save in the 59th minute. So here is Valencia to Aaron Lennon, take the shot, but Courtois is right there once again to make that save. Chelsea offensively is struggling with men down, but I can't blame them. Of course they have to lose because without defender they're pretty vulnerable. I believe in this game, if they have if the player did not get himself a red card, probably they still have a chance to beat us or even tie this game. But it's a gift for us. We have to take that. So now we are well, of course, from now Chelsea is going to be out of the title race, but now Everton, also Arsenal are going to compete in that spot. So we receive a youth squad from Taylor Brown, 44 overall. His potential is between 68 to 88. Not the best, but still decent enough. It depends if he hits around 60 rated or above with the potential of at least 88. I will sign him a contract. But if not, probably I'll be releasing him for more spaces in our youth squad or what you call youth report. So here is the final game in this series against Swansea City. So 3 more games for us until the end of the season, and also the end of this first season of the series. And right after this, I will be posting a video of all the goals that I've scored in this season for Everton, and I'll be taking a little break later, to try to catch on with the season 2, and also apart from YouTube, I have a summer job, and I'll be, I am kind of busy right now, working from the morning to almost 6 o'clock at night. So I won't be posting a lot, but if you guys follow me or subscribe to me and join my video, I am very appreciated with that. So try to stay tuned. I will try to upload more videos as soon as possible. So right here in the 15 minutes, Yannick Balassi opens up the game, the first goal, 1-0 for Everton. Look at that once again, build up play. Balassi is free. His spacing is free, nobody's marking him, and Fabianski should have done a little bit better. His shot's right in front of him, basically. And that's the third goal for Yannick Bolasie, the number 14. And here's Edison Cavani. The threw ball to Ross Barkley, but Fabianski makes another save. Here's Edison Cavani on the left side, inside the box, take a shot. Great dribbling, great goal. And that's the second goal for Everton. And I believe I don't know how many goals he scored so far. But now in the 31 minute, poor defending, but his persistency of dribbling and everlasting effort from Cavani earns him this goal. So that's the ninth goals for Cavani. Not bad so far. Here's Nathan Dyer to Baston, but Sergio Rico makes another great save. So here's Edison Cavani to Ross Barkley, and of course, good night Swansea City. That is the game, 3-0 in the first half only. And Ross Barkley scored, I think it was 9th goals or 10 goals of the season. But very, very, very clean execution. Look at that once again. Fabianski is nowhere near to get that one. If a poor mistake by the defender. So he's Edison Cavani, great laid off, take a shot, but Fabianski he couldn't do anything more about that. Even the best goalkeeper, Manuel Neuer, could not save that. That was a great goal. And that's the 10 goals for Ross Barkley, and that's our first player who hits the 10 mark in the Premier League goals. Here's Yannick Bolasie in the second half, 73rd minute. Fabianski makes another great save. Here's Ross Barkley to Castillejo. He is free, take a finesse shot, but Fabianski with another save, and rebounded by Cavani. Gives one to Yannick Bolasie, but that ball is shot out wide for the goal kick. Here's Tom Davies to Aaron Lennon. Can he convert the fourth goal? Of course he can. That's 4-0 for Everton away from home. Aaron Lennon, a veteran, apparently he is around over 30 years old or something. He is still a valuable asset in our team. I'm not sure if he is leaving this summer or not. So anyway, that's 4th goals, and I'm very delighted with this win. That's his 3rd goal for Aaron Lennon, and that's how the game would end it. 4-0. Great game, away from home. So now we 2 more games left, or 3 more games left. Still, this game is very, very important. Arsenal is our back chasing us, and here's the final score: 4-0. Lennon, Barkley, Cavani, and also Bolasie score this victory. And of course, we have a lot of shots, 14, and they have 2 shots only. So they dominate the possession, but it does not matter. A win is a win, a very, very important win, of course. So that's the end of the episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like this video, subscribe to this video, or even share it to your friends, to promote this channel. I wish you guys like it. I will see you guys in the next one.